way by lighting the lamp. It is IIJS Premier 2021. Everyone with a huge round of applause and a big smile on your face. This is one of the prestigious and a very special event for all of us who's present here. Shri Colin Shah, Chairman, GJEPC, to kindly welcome and felicitate our honored guest, Shri Murugesh Nirani, Honorable Minister for Large and Medium Scale Industry, Government of Karnataka. Sir? Please, funding our national exhibition to kindly welcome and present our memento to our honored guest, S. Suresh Kumar. S. Suresh Kumar, Joint Secretary, Department of Commerce and Industry, India. Vice Chairman of the Council, Sri Vipul Shah, to kindly present a memento and welcome Sri E.V. Ramana Reddy, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Commerce and Industries, Karnataka. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I request our very dynamic chairman of the Gem and Jewelry Export Promotion Council, Sri Colin Shah, to welcome you to IIJS Premier 2021 and highlights our achievements and shared concerns. Let's welcome him.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 37th edition of IIJS. So, sir, for your benefit, 36 years we've been in Mumbai and 37th is in Bangalore. So it's a very momentous occasion for all of us. So thank you for all your help. I would first of all like to, really from the bottom of my heart, give all, gratitude from council, our board, from entire industry over here to the Karnataka state government because like we all know, after the second wave, there was all kinds of fear in the minds of, I guess, all of us in the industry, in governments, whether the third wave will happen, how severe the third wave will be, whether the vaccinations will be rolled out as effectively as what we hope for. But with, I will say again, a lot of gratitude. The Karnataka government has been extremely helpful, very accessible, right from, I would say, every ministry, chief secretary, health, user, I guess everyone has been very welcoming with open arms and has given us every support possible, right from transport to health to airport, protocol for Kerala, I guess everything. So, thank you once again. I would like to again over here, really say that we did this in a very short span of time. So right from deciding to executing was 8 weeks practically, and again without the prompt decision making, and all of us are so used to, generally we feel generally, and I guess most of us in the room are 40 plus. I would say maybe there are some people who are younger, but most of us are used to where we don't get quick replies from government, and we're used to, you know. फाइल मूव नहीं हो रहा है but I must say that in the last 8 weeks the government in Karnataka has worked maybe faster than what most of us work in the private sector, extremely quick, extremely quick. So very proactive. Thank you all of you all. Another thing, BIEC and the CEO here, he's been I would say you understand so that everyone knows you. Thank you. So here's the man who's really again gone out of his way with his whole team to really help us put this show together. And you all can see the way they've, spruced up the convention center, whether it's the simplest of things, toilet facilities, garden, roads, everything. They've painted the whole place practically again. So great, thank you, sir. And I'm hoping that all our exhibitors and visitors have a splendid show. I would like to assure everyone over here that we've tried, and I must use the word try because I don't think anybody in the world has a 100% formula yet. But we've tried to follow every COVID-19 protocol there is, right? So, right from sanitization, RT-PCR reports, we're insisting on vaccination. I guess everything possible, and I would again urge all of you all, and though it's a small number over here, spread the message that over the next 5 days, let's not take it easy. Wear your mask, follow all the protocol possible, keep on sanitizing your hands, and let's make sure that we also go home safe and we are not the cause of spreading COVID, in this part of the world. So I would only urge all of you all to do that. We have 1,300 exhibitors here. So, somebody was asking, I guess, from the government. So, this exhibition actually has grown in size from what it used to be. So we've added 200 more exhibitors. So we've added more exhibitors because of the tremendous infrastructure and space over here. Now, I must say this number a little fearfully, but I have to say it anyways, is we crossed 17 or 18,000. 18,000. We've crossed 18,000 visitor registration as of today morning. So, internally our target was 10,000 and we were thinking that it would be a successful IIJS and, our exhibitors will be happy, visitors will be happy if we can get 10,000 people to Bangalore. We were being conservative. But 18,000 people have come, visitors, and it's really surged, I would say, in the last 1 week, closer to the show. I guess people have gotten more confidence that no, everything is fine and the show is happening. And, so I guess kudos to all the visitors who bravely come here. And I'm really hoping that they have a great show. Another interesting tidbit is that there are 300 international buyers. So not only do we have 17,000 visitors, 18,000 visitors in India, but 300 international buyers have also come. So that's also tremendous. And thank you to all the international visitors who've taken the effort to fly down to Bangalore. I guess the one good thing, and for some of us who've come in the last 2 days, I've been here since Monday, is, and I guess that adds to the encouragement for this show, and especially, I guess, this whole association, all of you all from Bangalore and, who've come from all over India, is the sentiment. So it seems the last 2-3 weeks in detail have been extremely positive, extremely bright. Everyone is very optimistic, about the season ahead. And believe it or not, that this summit yesterday and even a breakfast conversation with many retailers today, the big worry is that will I get my delivery for Diwali? Because the next buying season is Diwali, and everyone's worried that all the gold manufacturers are sold out, all the diamond jewelry manufacturers are saying we have work for the next 2 months. So I would still say that, so that's a great sign and makes us very positive that Bangalore has brought us maybe a little bit of luck. Shailesh, can we say that? God has definitely thrown a lot of luck because first time we're seeing that before the show everyone is sold out. You know? So that's great. Suresh, when since joint secretary over here represents us, in Delhi, the whole sector, exports are doing great. And the Prime Minister gave us a vision of $400 billion this year for exports. And our sector's target in that is $43 billion. Must say we crossed $3 billion even in last month. So we are right on target and we will maybe surpass our target as a sector. So that's great. Gold imports, April to August, has been 67 tons every month on an average. And, that's as good as our peak. So I think even in terms of domestic or export business, it's going to be great. If we can solve some of the supply issues we've discussed, then there's no reason why this industry can't go from strength to strength. So exports is doing well. For the audience over here, I can only say that the IIJS in Bangalore, and since physical has just started, is the first stepping stone. But we are soon in the next 1 year setting up a mega CFC, two mega CFCs in Mumbai and Surat. There's a jewelry park, sir, coming up in Mumbai. We're trying to consolidate, all the smaller workshops, Zaveri Bazaar, especially into this huge jewelry park in New Bombay. We have a gem boots coming up in Jaipur. And I can only say that none of this would have been possible, okay, without this very business-friendly state government that we have, Karnataka, Gujarat, and Maharashtra, and the center, especially, has been extremely helpful. Yeah. So I would only say over here that yes, and manufacturing is flourishing in Bangalore, but jewelry park in Mumbai will be a world-class park, and we're really hoping that I guess all of you all spread the word again to the exhibitors over here and book your places very soon. We'll be starting booking. Letter of interest starts at IIJS, and we'll be starting to sell space in the next 2-3 months. I'm very happy to share with all of you that even the Commerce Minister has confirmed coming here on the 18th. So he'll be here on Saturday, and he'll be spending a few hours with us, getting to knowing the industry better, and he wanted to see firsthand what manufacturing and exhibitions look like. So, welcome, sir. Last but not the least, one of the burning topics for our industry has been hallmarking, and hallmarking went mandatory in June. Yes, we've had some challenges with HUID and everything, but I can assure you that the government has been very proactive in I would say, streamlining most of the issues. Everything is not streamlined yet. We still have a long way to go in terms of infrastructure, in terms of cost, speed, and a lot of issues that we are facing. But I can only assure you all that we're working with them very closely. And come Diwali, we think that most of it should get resolved. So that's on the hallmarking issue. Besides that, we were fortunate to have a nice, I would say, very constructive meeting with our Commerce Secretary, Mr. Subramaniam, last week in Mumbai. And he has assured us that in the next 2 quarters, a lot of challenges which we're facing on the export front, whether it's SEZ policy, SNZ, there's a whole host of issues, customs, taxation, which will get resolved. So, sir, I can only tell you that, in Karnataka also, we've done this cluster mapping study. And one of the states which has huge potential for export and cluster development for gems and jewelry is Karnataka. So would request that you also help all our friends in Bangalore, Karnataka with whatever you can in terms of infrastructure, especially for manufacturing. So that's it. Everyone have a great super IIJS. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you. Before we move forward, I would request Vice Chairman of the Council, Shri Vipul Shah, to felicitate and welcome Shri E.V. Ramana Reddy, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Commerce and Karnataka. Welcome him with a big fun. of jewelry industry in India through a fresh and innovative approach for single-minded pursuit of excellence and by imbibing each of us with the vision of a future that shines as brightly as the glittering jewelry. The magnitude of IIJS Premier 2021 is reflected in the Solitaire International IIJS Special that features IIJS Premier 21 trends. Our goal, Artisan Awards, Viewpoint, and Artist Desk. I would now like to request Shri Mukesh Rani, an Honorable Minister for Large and Medium Scale Industry, Government of Karnataka, to release the Solitaire International IIJS Special. And also request our dignitaries on dates to finally join. Everyone. Solitaire International IIJS Special. Our honored guest, Shri S. Suresh Kumar, Joint Secretary, Department of Commerce and Industry in I'll briefly get. Sir?
Morning, everyone. Honorable Minister, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Industries and Commerce, Government of India, Colin Shaw, Sri Ramana Reddy, all the other guests who have gathered here today for the 7th edition of India International Show. Very good welcome to all of you once again. It's indeed my privilege to be addressing all of you here today for the first physical event organized by Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council in last 18 months. And perhaps this is one of the biggest international physical event organized by any sector in the country in last 18 months. And I hope that this is going to be the new beginning, the post-COVID beginning for the entire country. This should actually trigger the initiation of physical activities, re-energizing the entire economic sector. So I take this opportunity as the beginning of a new era. Mr. Colin Shah has already mentioned a few points about the sector and also how the sector is performing. I'm very happy to tell you all that during the COVID time, when we had the first wave in 2020, gems and jewelry sector is one of the most worst affected sector. In a quarter, the performance has fallen down to almost 98%. Minus 98% was the performance during that quarter. I know that all of you have gone through this difficult phase. But there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. In last 2 quarters, we have seen that this is the sector which has shown maximum rebound and maximum recovery. And this trend is continuing, and I wish and hope that we will continue this trend in the coming quarters as well. And the response which we have received for this event, even before the event started, the number of responses, the number of participants, the number of people who are coming here really shows that people were waiting for this transformation. Wish you all the best. I'm not taking this opportunity to bore you with government statistics and what the government sector has done, which I'm sure most of you will be already aware. The only thing I can say that Government of India is very, very sympathetic and very, very proactive in addressing any issues brought to our notice by any sector, not only gems and jewelry, the entire export sector entire industry sector. You would have seen that even during difficult economic times, Government of India and RBI have taken several measures in order to reduce the burden, in order to give fillip to the sector. And in the last 1 month also, you would have already seen that Honorable Prime Minister has addressed the entire industry sector along with the Indian ambassadors in around 200 countries, and highlighting that this is an activity which is on the highest priority for the government, and achieving 400 billion plus export during this year is a target set at the highest level, and we are confident that this sector will play a very, very important role in that. And I take this opportunity to once again wish grand success to event. Let me also take this opportunity to thank Karnataka government for the support which they have given, because when we were thinking about this used to happen in Mumbai for last 36 years. And since Mumbai, it was not possible because of the COVID restrictions. When we were thinking of a new venue, in fact, I know that Colin also, all of them were really actually worried. Where should we do it? So once they came to Bangalore and met the officers, and the way in which we got the response from sir, you are especially the man, main person behind this, and the response which we got from various departments for getting permissions, getting approvals. Thank you very much, sir. From the bottom of my heart, I thank on behalf of all the sectors. Sir, I appreciate thanking you and the entire government for being proactive in giving. And this is the support which the industry is looking forward from the government. And I take this opportunity to thank you for that, sir. So all the best once again. And we will be seeing you again during this 5 days event. All the best once again. Thank you very much.
Once again, let's thank and a big round of applause to Shri S. Suresh Kumar. Sir. I now request our honored guest, Shri Murugesh, large and medium scale industry government of Karnataka. Take that.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Our Additional Chief Secretary to Government Commerce and Industry Department, Dr. P.V. Sri Colin Shah, Chairman, Gem and Jewelry Export Promotion. Sri Vipul Shah, Vice Chairman, Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council. Sri Sebi Sati Rai, Executive Director, Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council. All delegated, distinguished delegates from Government of India and state government, representatives of Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council, industrialists, exporters, delegates, and all stockholders who have gathered here from across the globe. Friends from the press and media, ladies and gentlemen. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. On behalf of Government of Karnataka, I am extremely happy and delighted to be a part of the prestigious flagship trade show, the India International Jewelry Show, IJIS, year 2021. Today's function, our Honorable Chief Minister, because of the assembly session is going on in Karnataka, that is why he conveyed the message, this function should be grand success. Before that, I will convey my thanks to all organizers. All before 36, this event, Maharashtra in Mumbai, but first time in 37, this event we are doing the BICI in Bangalore. I'm very grateful to you because one state, many opportunities. Because last 2010 and 12, we conducted 2 global investors meet in Karnataka. You are aware this one. That was grand success. All 2 global investors meet, altogether 10.8 lakh crores investment it came to Karnataka, about more than 15 lakhs employment generation those days. Now, Gems and Jewelry. Colin Shah is telling, but more than 2,500 shops already booked, near to 3,000 it may come, but more than 18,000 visitors are coming for this show. more than 43 to 53 billion dollars may come for this. It means it's a very great success, I think. Lot of gems and jewelry export, Karnataka is I think it's the number one, gems and jewelry. No, Karnataka is, two gold mines are here, one Hatti gold mine and another one is Kolar gold mine. So far, last 100 years in Kolar gold mine, we extract about more than 800 ton gold. We converted into relevance and jewelry. And here, the gold mine also 1,700 kg were extracting. This year, we're planning to go for the expansion and modernization in that Hatti gold mine, about more than 5,000 kg. This year, we're planning to go for the value addition jewelry also. Jewelry and gold coin. It showcased the Karnataka, all some important. Next, already we made the two jewelry park in Karnataka. One is near Kanakpura Road, I think. Sector, you made the one jewelry park. From government side, we are planning to start one jewelry park near Kalaburgi, near airport. That is a backward area. Whatever you want the concession from that the jewelry park, our government is ready to support. Whatever the land, water, this one, any concession from, we requested to do our Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji for concession for the GST also, for Kalaburgi, it is a backward area. One to one we'll discuss. We'll put a word to the, our Honorable Home Minister also. If it is concession, you will get the, go for the best global world class jewelry park in Kalaburgi, because it is near to Hyderabad, airport is there. All facilities is available in the Kalaburgi. Whatever the support from Karnataka, we are ready to support for the gems and jewelry. Really, today I'm very happy because all the stalwarts are very event. In between them, I'm speaking, means it is my lucky day today. Before I'm industry minister, I'm an industrialist also. I know the pain of the industrialist, I know the pain of the investors, what they are expecting from the government and how to go for the business and trade. Started on small sugar industry in about 25 years back now, and the second largest sugar producer in India. Meantime, in ethanol, the substitute for petrol, I'm the largest ethanol producer in Asia, not only in India, but 25 lakhs liters per day. Our Honorable Home Minister, few months back, he came to the Karnataka and he inaugurated our ethanol. But our peace welfare is also very close to me. I requested to come for this event. It's a very big, about all the sectors is going for the next 2022 November. We are planning to go for the Invest Karnataka. There is a global investors meet, third phase. We requested to for join this one. I told when now little bit we are busy. Next global investors meet, I definitely will join in Karnataka in November 22. Yes, Suresh sir is came and he spoke very well. Sir, I'm requesting you, Karnataka is a, I told one state many opportunity. In all the sectors, in the November 22, you please join, other than gems and jewelry, you can invest the other sector also. In Karnataka is a huge minerals resources is there, iron ore, limestone, bauxite, like this one. Next, IT sector is also there. We are concentrating aerospace now. Aerospace is also we are number one in the country. We are already made about 1,000 acres aerospace park. It is exhausted. Now we are going for the phase 2 aerospace park attached to the Devanadi International Airport. Like that, also hardware park is there. So many sectors are there. Requesting the please come and join. Now we are doing in Udyamiyagu Joganedu. Instead of employee, it should be employer. Our Ramana Reddy sir and our government and department, we started in 6 places. Udyamiyagu Joganedu and Kaigarika Adalat also. Whatever you are facing the industries, they are facing the problems. Government has to go to the investors' doorstep. Not the investors not come to the government door. Because it is we are planning to solve all the problems in their door, in division wise. Now, this Bangalore will start on 27th and 28th. Please join, you can send your representative also in the same main palace, Bangalore. Whatever the support from you, from the government side, 100% we are ready to support you. I am with you, sir. The event, I believe, would help the industry to explore new vistas and also delve into the trends in demand and product designs that the huge market throws open. On that note, welcome once again to the premier event, and I hope you will make the best use of the opportunity that lies ahead of us to create milestone in a sector which will continue to shine in the days to come. ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಒಂದು ಬಹಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರಾಜ್ಯ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟು ಮತ್ತು ಲಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜು, ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜು, ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟೀಸು, ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು PhD ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಚಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೀಸ್ ಗೋಯಲ್ ಸರ್ ಚಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಜೆಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಜ್ಯುವೆಲರಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ವಿತ್ ನೆಕೆಡ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ವಿದಿನ್ 2-3 minutes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳುವಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸಶಕ್ತ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಬಾಂಬೆದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಇದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಂಬೈ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಕಡೆ 38 ಜೆಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಜ್ಯುವೆಲರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಹಿತ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ತಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ತಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ 1 year before I am inviting you, our Invest Karnataka Global Investors Meet, 2nd, 3rd, 4th November 22. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗಬೇಕು. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಸಹಿತ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಾವು ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಬಹಳ ನಾವು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದು ಯಶಸ್ವಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಸದಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನಿಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಬಸವರಾಜ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ತಮಗೆ ಶುಭವಾಗಲಿ ಹಾರೈಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಸಹಿತ ನಾವು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇವತ್ತು ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ತಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಮ್ ಕರೆದು ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿ 4 ಮಾತು ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಈ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸರ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ವಂದನೆ ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸಿ ಮಾತು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
E.V. Ramana Reddy, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Commerce and Industries, Karnataka, address the gathering.
P. Murugesh Nirani. P. Suresh Kumar. P. Colin Shah, P. Vipul Shah, P. Shinde. All distinguished dignitaries from Government of India, State Government, and media, ladies and gentlemen. Let me at the outset thank the Defence and Railway Export Promotion Council for organizing this event in Bangalore after 36-37 time for selecting Bangalore. I would also like to thank Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable State for facilitating to host this event, one of its kind India International Jewelry Show in 2021 in Bangalore. It is indeed a matter of deep honor to witness a large surge of participation from industry and trade from the world over. We have chosen to be here with us today. I sincerely hope you seize this opportunity and the gems and jewelry sector is offered. I am happy to state that Karnataka has since long been recognized as a progressive state, as already mentioned by the Honorable Minister, which has been constantly working towards strengthening the industrial fabric and provide impetus to entrepreneurs and various stakeholders. As mentioned by the Honorable Minister, we are #1 in production of silk, milk, coffee and gold in the country. I think the state which produces gold in the country. tell you that this is the apt place. And as mentioned by the Honorable Minister, next event also we should announce. Normally what we do whenever we do a mega event in our state, we will say next year this event will be on such and such date and in such and such place. So I would request the Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council to announce on the last day that you will hold the next event also here, and we will give our full support, and the entire government will be behind you to support the event. Let me now draw your attention to the gems and jewelry sector, which offers immense potential. I am told the industry currently employs 4.3 million people in the country, which is a very phenomenal contribution to the economic growth of this country. And despite the pandemic, the industry withstood the challenges to emerge as a star performer in India's exports of merchandise goods. Honorable Prime Minister, as already mentioned by Mr. Suresh Kumar, has given a target of $400 billion merchandise exports for the current financial year, and out of which gems and jewelry will be about 43.75 billion. Statistics suggest that in the Q1 of the current financial year, gems and jewelry exports on all India basis registered a whopping 8.46% growth. This is really heartening, and I congratulate one and all who are present here for this achievement. Coming to Karnataka, a few years ago, the gems and jewelry sector in Karnataka fared extremely well, with the state having exported approximately $5 billion worth of gold medallions alone. But however, despite challenges that sadden the country frequently, I'm confident that this is a passing phase, and with the proactive steps taken by the government and the industry will grow leaps and bounds in the days to come in Karnataka. I'm happy to share that, as already mentioned by the Honorable Minister, we have announced setting up of a modern jewelry park in the state. The modalities will be worked out. Hope that this will bring much needed fillip to the industry in the state. I am given to understand that the Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council is proposing to house the first of its kind training institute in Udupi under its guidance. The institute will be equipped with to train 5,000 artisans and craftsmen. Apart from creating employment opportunities, these initiatives would help the Indian jewelry become globally competitive. The Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council aims to target $75 billion exports through the training and upskilling of the MSME sector. I welcome each one of you once again, and I strongly believe that fora like these should ideally emerge as strong force to reckon with in reinforcing government and industry partnerships for the holistic development of the sector in the country. Thank you and wish you all the best, and hope to see you again next year in Bangalore. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Kindly take your seat. With that, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our honored guest, Srimati Anupriya Patel, Honorable Minister of State, Commerce and Industry, India, who's joining us live. Let's welcome her, everyone. We would request you to address the gathering and declare IIJS Premier 2021 open. Over to you, ma'am.
Check, ma'am. So sorry to interrupt you. We would request you to unmute. Kindly unmute, ma'am.
Very good morning, all of you. I would start again since I was not audible. As I can see on the desk, Honorable Minister for Large and Medium Industries, Government of Karnataka, Shri Murugesh Nirani ji, whose very insightful, valuable and encouraging words. Our Joint Secretary from the Department of Commerce, Shri S. Suresh Kumar ji, Chairman of Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council, Shri Colin Shah, Vice Chairman Shri Vipul Shah, and the convener of the exhibition, Shri Shailesh Sangani ji, all our esteemed guests from various countries, UAE, Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia, US, exhibitors from all over India who've come to present and display their beautiful, exquisite jewelry, and our visitors to the show who have come here to source their requirements. I am thankful to the council for organizing this event in the physical form after a long gap and giving me an opportunity to connect with you all at the occasion, to speak at the occasion and inaugurate the event. Gems and jewelry is one of the very, very prominent, very important sectors, contributing 7% to India's GDP and nearly 12% to our total merchandise exports. And it's also a sector which creates a huge employment, and as many as 5 million skilled and skilled workers get their bread and butter out of this sector. I'm also very happy to learn that without a very significant material availability, we have emerged as a leader in diamond manufacturing and also diamond exports. And not just this, there are other segments of the industry as well, like gold jewelry, silver jewelry, or precious stones or synthetic stones. We're also emerged as the largest exporter in these other sectors. So this sector actually becomes a very good example of the Make in India initiative of the government, the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. This sector was also one of the worst sectors during the pandemic times, and the strictest lockdowns created a lot of disruption in the sector. The Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council, however, led from the front, and it made a huge effort in taking prompt measures like constantly interacting with the exporters, understanding their requirements, and also working closely with them to chalk out detailed measures for supporting the industry, not just sustain, but also survive and revive back in the middle of this pandemic, this huge crisis which the whole world is grappling with even today. And it was a result of these measures that the sector showed a swift recovery, and the rate of decline came to 6% in the third quarter as compared to 72% in the first quarter. And now we see a positive growth of about 15% in the fourth quarters. And this continues. Gems and jewelry exports have achieved the pre-COVID levels of exports amounting to 9.2 billion US dollar in the first quarter of this fiscal year 2021-22. However, on the policy front, government has taken several steps like the gold monetization scheme, reduction in the import duty of gold, hallmarking, etc. All this will help the industry to grow to the next level in the coming times. and several other issues which are being raised time and again by the Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council. Those issues are also being looked into, and we will resolve them in times to come. I'm sure that this will not just help the industry to transform, but also take the exports on a steep upward trajectory. It will help industry to achieve the export target of $43.75 billion this year, as well as to achieve the bigger goal of the Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council of reaching an export target of 75 billion US dollars in the coming years. And with the support of the government, the Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council has organized various virtual trade events last year, like virtual buyer-seller meets, virtual India International Jewelry exhibitions, virtual shows, Global Connect, webinars, etc. And all these initiatives have helped the industry to bounce back quickly as the pandemic receded and the global markets opened up. I've been informed that the IIJS Premier is the country's largest B2B show in gems and jewelry sector, and also the first show, as I said earlier, being organized by the council in physical format after the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm confident that the show will provide a big platform, an important platform to the Indian jewelry manufacturers to showcase their exquisite and versatile jewelry crafted with high standards of design and finish, and also to work with retailers, enabling them to gain insights into the demand trends and the product designs. On the other hand, we also cater to the sourcing need of domestic and international buyers before the start of the festive season. So as I conclude, I wish the 37th edition of the IIJS Premier tremendous success, and I declare the ceremony open. Thank you all very much. It's indeed a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. And once again, a big round of applause for Srimati Anupriya Patel. Thank you. Thank you once again. May I request Shri Shailesh, Convener, National Exhibitions, GJEPC, to kindly propose a vote of thanks.
Srimati Anupriya Patel, Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industries, Ministry of Commerce and Industries, Shri Mukesh Nirani ji, Honorable Minister of Large and Medium Industries, Government of Karnataka, MLC, Shri Laher Singh Siroya, Shri Ramana Reddy sir, Additional Chief Secretary, Shri Suresh Kumar, Joint Secretary, Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, my friend Shri Colin Shah, our Chairman, Shri Vipul Shah, Vice Chairman, Mr. Sabyasachi Ray, GJEPC, and my friend Mr. Tayal, our Southern Region Chairman. Sir, I would like to first thank Dias that you all are all over here in this COVID situation, and you have given us all the strength to do this show. And I personally thank you, Sri Mukesh and Mr. Ramana Reddy, who has helped us to do this show. So, IIJS Premier 2021 in its physical avatar after 20 months. Yes, 20 months or more than 20 months now. And it's with this wholehearted support from all of you over here, the retailers, the wholesalers, the manufacturers, all the whole industry has come together. And I would like to thank the whole industry for this. But of course, in this COVID situation, we don't have to forget our mask. And if we keep our mask on and the physical distances between all of us, I think this show will be a grand success without any kind of casualties. I will just, for the press over here, give you some numbers. We are having more than 2,500 stalls, sir. We are having 1,300 companies participating over here. We are the land mass that we are using is 77,000 square meter. We are using 5 halls, and 2 halls has got 2 layers on it. So we are we have more than 10,000 companies which are going to visit us over this next 5 days, sir. 10,000 companies have registered themselves. The people which are going to come in this 10,000 companies is still, the count is going on currently, but so far 10,000 companies have already registered. So this is, I think, one of the largest show that we have as IIJS we have ever done. So I would personally like to, and on behalf of GJAPC, would like to express my gratitude to Karnataka state government for their extreme proactiveness and the extensive support that has been extended to the council. And it's the first physical show, as I said, in the scale and magnitude post the onset of COVID. I have been, people over here who know me very well, I have been coming over here for last 2 months, and I'm almost every week over here for minimum 2 to 3 days. And one of those days or 1.5 days I take out in the Vidhan Sabha or Vidhan Sabha. And I have been extremely lucky that the government of Karnataka has opened its arms from the very first day that we went to meet Chief Secretary, Mr. Ravi Kumar, who unfortunately had to go back. When we met him, we were amazed at the way that the approach was, and within 3 days we were given a letter that yes, you can do the show. And from there on, Mr. Ramana Reddy took in the charge, and the amount of meetings that sir has called in various departments for us to see to it that, and sir would say it specifically, that this show has to happen, and without any hassles, this show has to happen. Whatever facilities we as Karnataka state can give them, we have to help them to do this show. So I would really like to, and applaud to sir's effort on this. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank 2 of the organizations of Karnataka, the Karnataka State Federation, Jewelers Federation, and the Jewelers Association of Bangalore. Both these associations have helped us quite a bit in doing this show and getting all the people of Karnataka, the retailers, the wholesalers, the manufacturers together to help us in doing this show over here. So thank you very much for that also, sir. I would like to thank also the Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri Basavaraj Bommai, Shri Murugesh Nirani, Honorable Minister for Large and Medium Scale Industries, Government of Karnataka, Shri P. Ravi Kumar, the Chief Secretary, Karnataka, Shri Mr. Raman Reddy, Additional Chief Secretary, Srimati Gunjan Krishnan, IAS Commissioner of Industries and Development, Director of Industries and Commerce, and Shri Satisha from VTPC, and many others who have helped us. The Karnataka State Transport and Tourism Department also has helped us a lot. So thank you all of you. I would like to express my thanks to Srimati Anupriya Patel, Honorable Minister of State and Commerce and Industries, Ministry of Commerce. Madam could not attend the event in person, but as you saw her just now over here. So thank you very much, madam. Thank you, Shri Suresh Kumar ji, the Joint Secretary, Department of Commerce and Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Sir, we expect you to continue support to take this industry to greater heights, sir. I would like to thank our chairman and our vice chairman and our COA to wholeheartedly support the IIJS committee, the National Exhibition Committee, and give us the full freedom to conduct this show. I would like to personally thank all of them. I would like to give a special thanks to my co-convener, Mr. Mansukh Kothari, who has tirelessly helped us in this show. And all my committee members who are present over here, thank you very much. And of course, I would like to give a special thanks to our ED, Mr. Sabyasachi Ray, who is, always from back, kind of a backbone for the council and supporting for every single event that we do. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank the complete staff of GJEPC and all the event companies which are helping us to create this event. Thank you very much. Thank you all. And from here, we will be going to hall number 2 for a ribbon cutting ceremony. So please, all of you join us over there. Thank you very much, sir.